Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the next part of this chapter, biotechnology. Last time we have studied tools for rDNA technology, and now we are going to start methodology for rDNA technology. The steps involved in the gene cloning are as follows. First, isolation of DNA from the donor organism. Second, insertion of desired foreign gene into a cloning vector. Third, transfer of RNA into suitable component, host or cloning organism. Fourth, selection of transform host cell. Fifth, multiplication of transform host cells. And sixth, expression of gene to obtain the desired product. So first step, that is isolation of DNA, that is gene, from donor organism. The desired gene to be cloned has to be obtained from the source organism, that is termed as donor. Initially, the cells of the donor organisms are shared with the blender and treated with the suitable detergent. That means which is actually a kind of blended, that means cut it down, and treated with the detergent, that means the removal of unwanted proteins. So genetic material from the donor is removed, isolated and purified by using several techniques. This isolated DNA can be spooled in on a glass rod. That means which can be transferred from one place to another by using a glass rod, because it's attracted towards glass rod. Isolated purified DNA is then cleaved, that means it finds a kind of cleavage, means attachment like a clip, using restriction enzymes, particularly restriction endonucleases, that is RE, that is specific for specific genes or genetic part, we can say. These enzymes cleave DNA at specific sites called restriction sites and break the DNA into fragments. So there are several types of restriction endonucleases. Cleaved DNA, that means a fragment, we can say DNA fragments, have cohesive, that means a sticky, which gets attached to each another gene, that staggered ends or blunt ends, that we have studied in last lecture. So from cleaved DNA fragments, fragment containing desired gene is isolated, selected for cloning, and this is now called as foreign DNA or passenger DNA, which is going to travel and which is going to shift to the host cell. So desired gene can be also obtained directly from the genomic library or cDNA library where it is preserved. So here in this diagram we can check a donor cell DNA, that is target DNA, which is removed. The isolation of desired DNA takes place by using enzymatic fragmentation by restriction enzymes. So here we will get in A and B and C, where we will get an actual, in A and B we will get actual targeted DNA, that is desired DNA. Insertion of desired foreign gene into a cloning vector, here in the B we can check B to C rDNA, where the target DNA gets induced in the host cell's DNA. So insertion of desired foreign gene into a cloning vector, that is vehicle DNA. The foreign DNA or passenger DNA is now inserted into a cloning vector or vehicle DNA. So the most commonly used cloning vectors are plasmid or bacteria or bacteriophage, that are viruses like lambdaphage and M13. So the most commonly used plasmid is PBR 322, discovered by Bolivar and Rodriguez, that we have studied earlier. Plasmids are isolated from the vector organism, that is from the bacterium. So it's extra chromosomal DNA of bacteria, which is plasmid. So by using same RE, which is used for the isolation of the desired gene, so plasmid, that is vector where DNA is cleaved. So now by using enzyme DNA ligase, foreign DNA is inserted and attached, integrated into the vector DNA. So the combination of vector DNA and foreign DNA is now called recombinant DNA or chimeric DNA. So plasmid with the desired gene, that is chimeric DNA or recombinant DNA, and the technology is referred to as rDNA technology. Here we can check rDNA at the center of the diagram. Then in the D, that is in the diagram D, that is selection of transform host cell. The transformation process generates a mixed population of transform, that is recombinant, and non-transform, non-recombinant host cells. For isolation of recombinant cell or non-recombinant cell, marker gene of plasmid vector is employed. So transformed host cell, that means where that plasmid is going to transfer. So that plasmid is now going to transfer in the host bacteria where it gets replicated. So host cell takes up naked rDNA, that means only plasmid we can say, with desired gene that we have inserted, and this process is called transformation, which incorporates its own chromosomal DNA, which finally expresses the trait controlled by the passenger DNA. That means a plasmid which is inserted in the bacteria, in simple language we can say. The transfer of rDNA into a bacterial cell is assisted by the divalent calcium ions, which makes entry of plasmid into the bacterial cell. So cloning organisms used in plant biotechnology are E. coli and Agrobacterium tumefaciens, which are able to transfer these chimeric DNA into a plant cell. So host cell containing rDNA is now called transformed cell. So foreign DNA can be transferred directly into a naked cell or protoplast of the competent host cell without using a vector. That means that bacteria can transfer that DNA into a plant cell without any vector as soon as this bacteria enters and infects the plant cell. This is done by using techniques like electroporation, microinjection, liposuction, shotgun, ultrasonification, biolistic method. These are the methods of introducing or infecting the plant cell. But in plant biotechnology, the transformation is through TI plasmid or Agrobacterium tumefaciens. These two plasmids are used, and Agrobacterium is bacteria is used as a transfer material. So selection of the transformed host cell. The transformation process generates a mixed population of transformed, that is recombinant, and non-transformed, non-recombinant host cell. For isolation of recombinant cell of non-recombinant cell, marker gene of plasmid vector is employed, where we can check out whether a desired gene is inserted or accepted by the plant cell or not. For example, PBR322 plasmid vector contains different marker genes, ampicillin resistant gene and tetracycline resistant gene. So when PST1RE, that is the enzyme which is used, it knocks out the ampicillin resistant gene from the plasmid so that the recombinant cell becomes sensitive to ampicillin, and that is one of the indication of the transformation. It completely takes place successfully for the particular gene. Multiplication of transformed host cell. Once transformed, host cells are separated by the screening process because of the presence of marker gene on it. In this step, the transformed host cells are introduced into the fresh culture media so that bacteria are now taken. At this stage, the host cells redivide, causes replication of recombinant DNA. So bacteria on agar which duplicates that we can say. So expression of the gene. Next step, that is expression of the gene to obtain the desired product. The next step involves production of desired products like alcohol, enzymes, antibiotics, etc. Finally, the desired product is separated and purified through the downstream process using the suitable bioreactor. This whole process can be easily understood by this diagram. Here in this diagram we can check. Where in spot A, donor cell which gives DNA, which is cut it down by using enzymatic fragment which turn into the C. That C, after that there is diagram D, rDNA, vector DNA is selected and sticky ends joining to the target DNA, cloning vector by DNA ligase. Into the now next step in E, that introduction into a bacterial host cell, that is transformation of viral infection we can say, where cell containing rDNA molecule, identification and selection amplification. That means because of the presence of marker gene that can be identified that which bacteria have accepted that plasmid, that identified that bacteria are removed, again separated, cultured separately and let them multiply. So cell multiplication takes place at the G, and where the protein production from the clone gene takes place, where the protein encoded by the insert DNA formation of that protein takes place. So protein harvesting, that is removal of the product, we can say. Here we have finished with the rDNA technology. Now we are going to start the next part, that is application of biotechnology. Application of biotechnology in various fields, like plant biotechnology, like industrial biotechnology. In plant biotechnology, where the tissue culture, plant cell, genetically modified crops, marker assisted selection, for that it is used. In industries, for the production of enzyme, for production of protein, even the formation and protein engineering, that means setting a kind of amount of protein, metabolic engineering, and metabolomics. In genomics, means in the genetics, where the genome sequencing, gene function, reverse genetics, and bioinformatics, where it can be used in the field of genetics. Microbial biotechnology, where the microbial genomics, biofertilizer, biopesticides can be produced by these using biotechnology. Environmental biotechnology, where the pollution control, biofuels, bioremediation, biodiversity, where the different kinds of bacterial and fungal cells are used for biotechnology. And animal biotechnology, where again the tissue culture, generative medicines, immunotechnology, genetically modified animals, pharmacogenomics, that is the production of the medicines, and for gene therapy. First one, that is the healthcare biotechnology. It refers to a medicinal or diagnostic product or a vaccine. So this technology is useful for producing various needs of patients. Biotechnology offers patients a variety of new solutions, such as unique targeted personalized therapeutic diagnostic solutions for organ transplant, that means special medicines for organ transplant. Stem cell technology, where the stem cells from the newborn baby are collected. Genetic counseling for any genetic disorder. Forensic medicine, gene probes, genetic fingerprinting, and karyotyping. Here the fingerprinting, which is used for the genetic study, karyotyping for the arrangement of the chromosomes according to their sequences. Disorder and disease or health conditions, and recombinant proteins which are useful for it. For anemia, it is erythropoietin. Asthma, it is interleukin 1 receptor. Atherosclerosis, heart disease, where the platelet derived growth factor. Parturition, that means for the feeding the baby by milk, newborn baby, for the formation of milk in the mother. Relaxin protein is used, that means a kind of hormone. For blood clots, tissue plasminogen activator and urokinase. For cancer treatment, interferons, tumor necrosis factor, interleukins, macrophage activating factor. For diabetes, insulin production, and emphysema, that is alpha antitrypsin, which is used for the psychological conditions. Hematophilia, that is hemophilia A, hemophilia B, factor 7 and factor 8, that is used in the condition of hemophilic condition. And for the hepatitis B vaccine, which is produced by this method. Human insulin. Insulin is a peptide hormone which is produced by beta cells of the islets of the Langerhans of pancreas, that we all know. So Edward Schaefer, who have discovered that islets of Langerhans, which is responsible for it, which controls the blood sugar levels, insulin, and diabetes mellitus is a disease of insulin deficiency. So Hacker et al., who's actually chemically synthesized DNA sequence of insulin for two chains A and B and separately inserted into the two PBR 322 plasmid vector. Means separately PBR 322 vectors are taken and two chains among which A and B are separated into the PBR 322 separate plasmids. Insulin production by rDNA technology designed by Gilbert and Villocomorf in 1978. So genes are inserted along with the alpha galactosidase gene of the plasmid, recombinant plasmid, where then separately transformed into E. coli host. So the host produces penicillinase plus preproinsulin. So preproinsulin is converted into insulin by the action of trypsin, by the digestive action of enzyme trypsin. Vaccine production. A vaccine is a biological preparation that proves active acquired immune against a certain disease. Usually, a vaccine consists of a biological agent that represents the disease causing microorganisms. So it is produced from a weakened or killed from the microorganisms that we have all studied in earlier chapter, that is human health and diseases. So its toxins or one of its surface protein antigens which are produced. Biotechnology has offered modern diagnostic test kits like rickettsial, bacterial and viral vaccines, along with the radio labeled biological therapeutics or imaging and analysis. So radio labeled, that means which are radially active biological therapeutics are used also for the imaging and analysis. Vaccines eliminated smallpox, polio and other deadly disease for the last several decades from the world. So biotechnology had made advancements in vaccination by making recombinant vaccines that have the potential to eradicate non-communicable disease like cancer. Naked DNA vaccines, that is viral vaccines and plant-derived vaccines, are found to be most effective against a number of bacterial and viral disorders. So vaccines which are generally used for it, but even biotechnology directly can be used for the treatment of the cancer by using that cancer suppressing DNA inserted in affected cells. Oral vaccines, a novel approach. The latest hotspot in the field of vaccine research is the development of vaccine which can be taken orally. That we all know, do boon zindagi ki and all. So immunogenic protein of certain pathogens is active when taken orally. The gene corresponding to such protein is isolated. So the genes are introduced and expressed in a plant genome, which results in the production of such immunogenic proteins in the part of the plant where it is expressed. This, when fed on animals or mainly humans, the person becomes vaccinated against certain pathogens. Such vaccines are also known as edible vaccines. That means vaccines are eaten up with the foods. An exciting invention is production of melt in mouth. That is vaccine that can be administered by the placing them under your tongue and delivers it into the bloodstream. So most important example is the production of flu vaccine by Bacillus, which melts in the mouth, so directly taken in the mouth and directly reach to the blood. So tremendous benefit of such vaccine is to comfort the administration, low cost and also ease of storage. Next part, that is agricultural applications. Application of biotechnology in agriculture, which involves scientific techniques such as genetically modified organisms like biotechnologically modified cotton, BT crops, and pest resistant varieties of plants. It helps in modifying plants, animals, and microorganisms and improve their agricultural productivity. Tissue culture is used in micropropagation, that is production of that is, we can see in the form of tissue culture. There is large scale propagation of plant in very short durations, that is a micropropagation. So tissue culture technique is also best method for storing germplasm and maintaining a specific genetic type, that is clone. So germplasm, that means the germ part of the cell which is stored and can be used for the formation of its cloning. This technique is used in those plants which produce short life seeds. Gene therapy. In 1990, first gene therapy was given to a 4-year-old girl for adenosine deaminase deficiency. Earlier, bone marrow transplantation and enzyme replacement therapy was used for this treatment, which were costly also and also very painful for the patient. So this is a quite simply done by using gene therapy. Gene therapy is a method of treatment in which genes that are responsible for disease are removed and normal functional genes are inserted in their place. So a gene is a fragment of DNA required for synthesis of functional protein. During gene therapy, DNA that codes for specific gene is inserted into the individual cell in the body. So जो वर्क नहीं करने वाला सेल है या मैल फंक्शन सेल में से जो DNA है, that are removed and a proper working DNA inserted cells are induced to that part of the region. The genetic factor can be wholly or partially responsible for the disease. For example, disorders such as cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, muscular dystrophy, changes in a gene directly result in the condition. In other conditions such as high cholesterol and high blood pressure, genetic and environmental factors interact to cause disease. There are more than 5,000 different human genetic diseases caused by single gene defects. For example, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, sickle cell anemia, where anemia we can say where the RBCs are not completely formed. Thalassemia, there is problem in the blood clotting. Tysus disease, cystic fibrosis, one of the kind of cancer we can say. Huntington's chorea, hemophilia, alkaptonuria, and albinism, etc. Gene therapy is being used in many ways, for example, to replace the missing or defective genes. The gene which is missed or gene which is defectively working, that can be replaced by a proper working gene, deliver or a normal gene. Deliver genes that speed the destruction of cancer cells. So, inserting a cell which actually destroys the cancer cell. Deliver bacterial or viral genes as a form of vaccination. Deliver DNA to antigen expression and generation of immune response. Supply of gene for impairing viral replication. Provide genes that promote the impede the growth of new tissue. That means for the formation and rapid growth of the new tissues, healthy tissues. Deliver genes that stimulate the healing of damaged tissue. So genes can be delivered by three ways: ex vivo delivery, in vivo delivery, and use of virosomes. Ex vivo, that where the cells are removed from the patients and then gene is introduced using viral or non-viral vectors. For example, Parkinson's disease, a neurological disorder. In vivo delivery, where the therapeutic genes are directly delivered in the cells at the target sites, at the site we can say where directly it must be affected. So the disease tissue in the patient, like the intravenous infusion genes to treat cancer, are injected directly into the tumor. Next one, that is the use of virosomes. Third one, liposome plus inactivated HIV. So bionic chips which are used for the methods of the gene delivery, that is for the virosomes, that means which works against the viral infections. Forms of gene therapy: germline gene therapy, where in this method healthy genes can be introduced into the germ cells like sperm, egg, or early developing embryos, which allows the transmission of the modified genetic information to the next generation. So through the highly effective, it's counteracting the genetic disorder, and it is not encouraged for the application in human beings due to a variety of technical and ethical reasons. Somatic cell gene therapy, where the gene is introduced only in somatic cells like bone marrow cells, hepatic cells, fibrosis endothelium that we have studied earlier, pulmonary epithelial cells, that is for the respiratory tract, central nervous system, endocrine cells, and smooth muscle cells or blood vessel walls. So modification of somatic cells only affects the person being treated, and the modified chromosomes cannot be passed on the future generations. So somatic cell gene therapy is only feasible option, and the clinical trials have already employed for the treatment of acquired disorders such as cancer and rheumatoid arthritis, and blood disorders including SCID and Gaucher's disease, the familial hypercholesterolemia, hemophilia, phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, emphysema, and thalassemia, among which cancer, rheumatoid arthritis that we know, but blood disorder including SCID, where the blood normal cells functions is not properly done, Gaucher's disease, where the person's blood is not shows a kind of a specific fluidity, familial hypercholesterolemia, where the high cholesterol found in the blood, phenylketonuria, a kidney disease, cystic fibrosis, Gart-Wale disease, where the tumors we can say, the sickle cell anemia that we know. Genetically modified organisms. These are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in laboratory through genetic engineering. This creates combinations of plant, animal, bacteria, and virus genes which do not occur in nature or through the traditional crossbreeding methods. So most genetically modified plant organisms have been engineered to withstand the direct application of herbicide and or to produce the insecticide. So however, new technologies are now being used to artificially develop other traits in plant, such as resistance to browning of apples, and to create new organisms using synthetic biology. Despite of biotech industry promises, there is no evidence that any of the genetically modified organism currently on the market offer increased yield, drought tolerance, enhanced nutrition, or any other consumer benefit. First genetically modified organism that we are going to study is transgenic plants. So human race is very dependent on agriculture. As the world population continue to expand, must be continuous improvements in agricultural practices to increase its efficiency. So early times, human beings have sought to improve the quality and productivity of the agriculture imported plants, but this was done by selection of traditional breeding. That is a procedure which are slow and difficult. But traditionally breeding programs involve sexual crosses, which are resulted in the high quality of the present day food plants such as wheat, rice, corn, potato, etc. More recently, biotechnological concepts are applied to these plants to create genetic variations that are beneficial for mankind. So there need not to wait for genetically modified crops by using the actual sexual crossing method. First transgenic plant produced was tobacco. More than 60 transgenic dicot plants and several monocot plants like maize, oat, rice, wheat are known. Tomato, soybean, potato, sugar beet, grapes, brinjal, cotton, and other transgenic plants are produced. But transgenic plants are being looked up for the bioreactors for molecular farming. That is for the production of the novel drugs like interferons, edible vaccines, antibodies, amino acids, and immunotherapeutic drugs. Advantages of genetically modified plants, where we can say the first one, their insect pest resistance varieties are formed. It can help farmers to reduce their use of chemical pesticides, which in turn can reduce the cost of producing food. However, an alternative has been available for more than 30 years, biological insecticide from the bacterium, that is bacterial Bacillus thuringiensis, BT. It is used, but the use of bacterial thuringiensis sprays is limited because of the low stability of the protein in the field. So insect resistant plants contain either a gene from bacteria, a Bacillus thuringiensis, or the cowpea trypsin inhibitor gene. The gene that called cry gene, which is present in bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, produces a protein that forms crystalline inclusions in bacterial spores. So when ingested by the susceptible insect, combination of high pH and enzyme proteinase of the insect's midgut processes them hydrolytically to release the core toxic fragments. So as soon as these bacterial thuringiensis crystals are gets stuck to the gut system of the insect, that insect will die. So the effect of these fragments is seen within the minutes of ingestion, beginning with the midgut paralysis and the ending of the disruption of midgut cells of insect. Bt toxin activity has been against many species of insects within the orders of Lepidoptera, Dioptera, and Coleoptera. These are the for the insects. Similarly, the gene of alpha amylase inhibitor has been isolated from the azorhizumab, that is the Bacillus vulgaris, and transferred to tobacco, and this gene works against the pests like zeobrats, subfasciates, and Colabroboncus kinases. Bt cotton is one of the best transgenic plant known for the insects resistant property. Next part, that's improved nutritional values, that are the qualities. We can say the biofortification. Transgenic plants have also transgenic plants have also been produced to give supplements in our diet and preventing diseases. In developing countries, rice is the main item for their diet, that is the staple food. But rice does not contain many essential nutrients. That is, malnutrition is very common in these countries. So these vitamin abundant in milk and vegetables such as carrots, which is the most of the poor people of the world cannot afford. To solve this problem, Swiss researcher created transgenic rice, that is golden rice, and transgenic mustard, that is golden mustard variety, which contains that high in vitamin A. So golden color is due to the vitamin A, and they hope that this rice is grown and eaten in developing countries will reduce the disease associated with the vitamin A deficiency. Improved in oil content also, there is oil quality of oil crops like soybean, oil palm, and rice and sunflower have been achieved by transfer of uh, Arabidopsis gene. Iron deficiency is also a serious nutritional problem affecting an estimated 30% of the world population. An iron storage, that is ferritin, is inserted in transgenic crops will produce food rich in iron. So ferritin is found in many animals, plants and bacteria. The genes from ferritin protein isolated from soybean and physalis have been transferred to rice. So here is the list is given where the substance which is induced, potential benefit, and the crop where it is introduced, and the transgene which is used for it. Genetically engineered herbicide tolerant plants are developed, as in maize, wheat, many other monocot plants. Genetically engineered disease resistant plants against the bacterial and viral pathogens are also developed in crop plants like tomato, potato, tobacco. So plant deficiency in amino acids like methionine, lysine, tryptophan are genetically engineered by introducing this kind of genes by using RDN technology. Also in the leguminous plants, pulses, maize, where it can be used. Genetically engineered plants are tolerant to abiotic stresses such as high temperature, water, cold, etc. are also developed. Modification in post-harvest characteristics, where the disease and pests which are actually bruising on the soft fruits like vegetables, heat or cold storage, over-ripeness, loss of flavor and odor, etc., which lead to great deal losses during the storage of transport of crops. So, which actually reduces its value. So, most of the physiological changes are due to the endogenous enzyme activity. So, genetic mod engineering has been made it possible has made it possible to slow down these activities. In the tomato, the enzyme polygalacturonase breaks down the cell wall constituent, that is pectin, which leading the softening of the fruit during ripening. Thus, the fruits are easily bruised and damaged on shipment. So, by inhibiting this polygalacturonase by antisense genes, the genetically modified tomatoes are called flav tomato can remain on the vine until mature and be transported in a firm solid state. Plant as a factories to produce novel biochemical and vaccines. Biopharmaceuticals plants are potential factories for bioreactors where the reactions can be taken. There is the high value biochemicals like starch, sugar, lipid, protein, and products like chemicals, perfumes, adhesive compounds, as well as the industrial lubricants can be found. Biopharmaceuticals, which are the proteins, means medicines, hormones, antibiotics, vaccines, enzymes isolated from the transgenic plants. So some of the proteins are being produced by transgenic crop plants. First one, that is hormone, human growth hormone, HGH, where the chloroplast of tobacco plants, it is induced the gene for it, and humanized antibiotics against such infection agents like HIV, respiratory syncytial virus, herpes simplex virus, the cause of cold sore produced protein antigens to be used in vaccines, for example patient specific antilemofima, that is a cancer vaccines can be made. B cell lymphomas are clones of malignant B cell. Malignant, that means a kind of cancerous tumors which expressing on their surface a unique antibody molecule. Currently many novel products have been commercially exploited for their products such as super glue, which are obtained from the tobacco plant, gene coding in it, coded in it, and for the powerful adhesive proteins, enables the marine mucil to stick to rocks. So it is used as biochemical glue for body repairs during surgery. Transgenic plants which containing oil encoding gene for marine algae produce oil that has nutritional value similar to cod liver oil. Cod liver oil, for which so many cod fishes are killed just for its liver oil, so which can be obtained by the from the plant that will produce the anti-malarial drug, that is anthemycin, genetically engineered opium poppy to produce more powerful painkillers. Transgenic plant producing edible vaccines, that is the genetically altered plants, can provide protection from infection of infectious disease that is inexpensive to produce and thus easily made available for developing countries. So potato, tomato, banana, soybean, alfalfa, that is one of the kind of grass, cereals, and most common foods proposed for edible vaccines delivery. Transgenic animals that we are going to study in the next lecture.